everybody! So yes, a couple new plants out here on the balcony. I have a new hen and chicks over here, sunflower as usual, an aloe vera plant, and he's looking very dusty. And then two of these, which are super long, like vining plants called wandering jade. No, not wandering. It's a trailing jade, I think. And I got them 2 for $3. So we have 2 of them now, and probably too many plants per house, but I don't really care until the landlords come in, and then we'll see. So I know I haven't really been making videos the last week or so, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but I did want to just come in here and kind of re-announce myself before I get too far behind. And I also did want to address a couple of questions that have been going on surrounding my channel and things. So first off, those plants are really cool. Secondly, my boyfriend recently lost his job, so I have been at work a lot lately and haven't really had time to come home and film. So that's the biggest development. And then I did want to answer a question that I had on one of my other videos. And I didn't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. This comes from the BossAssWhytch. And they asked about how I self-published my book. Because I think I've mentioned my book a couple times on there. I had it on my altar. But I went through what used to be called CreateSpace when it was the Amazon publishing thing, and now I think they've turned it over to Kindle Direct. So it's like the same service, but it's called something different now. They've taken down the whole CreateSpace website. So basically you just write a manuscript, turn it into a PDF, upload it, and they walk you through title and pictures for your cover, and it's a lot of hands-on cool stuff, and you actually can order them, and I ordered, I think, only 20 copies or so. Maybe it's more than that. I don't know. They came in giant boxes, so you have to order them at your price, but then I resold them for, 100% markup. So, yeah, used to be CreateSpace, and now it's KDP, and I haven't actually gone through them again because I don't have a manuscript ready, but when I do, that's probably where I'll go. My mom actually published a book, and, well, both of my parents published a book, both through separate publishing companies. They were both children's books, but Dad's, he did his through, what is it called? Something with an L. I'll remember it later. It's like Lucy or something. Lulu? I think it's Lulu. And then Mom did hers through American, I don't even remember. But she actually had been rejected a couple of times at other different publishers. And I know this is kind of off topic. I did just want to answer the question, though, because I don't really like to have conversations in the comments section. I would rather just address it in person. So there is your answer. Thank you so much for watching my videos, because I know you've been leaving comments on a lot of my videos and I haven't really had time, or as I said, I don't really like to have a conversation in the comments, but I do really appreciate it. And know that that is reciprocated. I'm certainly watching most every video that you upload as well. So, double stalkers or something. I don't know. Anyhow, yeah, it's been a little bit of a hiatus, and that's okay sometimes, but it's definitely turning into the time of the year that I can be a little more free and a little more open, and I have been definitely jumping on that bandwagon of trying to do spells to put out the rainforest fires, because that is a giant thing in the news for the last week or so. And I know they keep posting about how it wasn't even on the news until it was too late, basically. Too many days into it, and then somebody was like, hey, there's a problem. And as you know, I am very, very fiery, no pun intended, about politics and stupid shit like that. And it just makes me so angry that innocent people and innocent plants and animals have to suffer because of their government policies. And it really upsets me. It really makes me mad. And there's not really anything you can do about it other than I know a lot of witches on Facebook have kind of been going around and doing a rain spell or rain rituals about the same time every day, and I've definitely been in on that. And I think it's working a little bit. But there's just so many problems with that scenario. It is incredibly frustrating to not be able to do anything more helpful, I guess. So there's that. Coincidentally, I have to restock up on candles because I've been using all of my spell candles for that reason. The Spirit Halloween is not yet to be opened, but I'm anxiously awaiting its doors to be open. Walmart hasn't put out any Halloween stuff yet. I'm waiting for all of my Halloween stuff to come out, or as I say, room decor, because I still have like 100 small skulls that I bought last year from Halloween that I was intending to decorate like my Samhain altar with. But I didn't have an altar space at the time last year that it was Halloween, so I still have them left over, but I do need to get more candles. It's just time for a giant witch shopping list. Also, I finally broke my ring. It just snapped in half. And that makes me really upset too. And I tried to find a replacement and it just didn't work. It didn't fit and fell right off. So, yes, sorry. Welcome to the news at 6. So just kind of a giant update on my life and its tragedies. But also, the other day, I think it was yesterday, I woke up and my little basil had just looked like it had been crushed. It was just all fallen over and shriveled like anything. And I was like, oh, what happened to you? It was being dramatic, and I hadn't watered it for a day. And so it was like, oh, I must die. And then it fell over. And he's okay now, but he was being very dramatic because I was really worried that I was overwatering everything. And, when you look up, hey, what's the problem with this plant? It'll tell you root rot. It's always root rot. Something you've been overwatering it. It's too much water. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just let these dry out for a couple days, see what happens. Basil was not one of those that have been overwatered. Basil likes water, and lots of it, every day. Kind of like my sunflowers, they do the same thing. They get very dramatic if they haven't been watered every single day. So, like these succulents, they're basically cactus, so they don't like so much water. And I only water this trailing jade about once a week. And the hidden chick's a little more than that. They could probably do with being watered every day. Supposedly the trailing jade and the hidden chicks flower, and I'm really excited about that. Also, my little sunflowers are gonna flower really soon. They have the little flower right there, so they've kind of reached their height that they're gonna get to, and now they're just gonna flower, and I'm gonna have an actual sunflower out here. It's gonna be great. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them once it gets cold because they're really tall and they need a lot of sun. So they might come back, maybe, because wild sunflowers come back. So they might just like flower, die off, and then come back next year. That'd be fine. You just need to tell me what you're gonna do. And don't just like, and die. Kind of like my hyacinth did. I had a hyacinth and a daffodil. And normally they just grow in people's lawns and come back every year. And they are a bulb. So I hope that they will come back. I'm going to keep them inside over the winter. And then if they start to sprout in the spring, that'll be great. Because they decided that they were done about the middle of June. Maybe before that. They're like, we were flowering when you bought us, and now just, we're done. And they've been down there looking very sad for a very long time. So, update update into my life. I'm sorry this has been long and boring, and you know, there's probably more cleavage than there should be. But I have not forgotten anyone, and I want to keep going, and we actually might have a chance at making it to 100 videos. The neighbors are burning a beer box in their campfire. How tacky is that? That's really tacky. Anyhow, I'm gonna go now and wake my boyfriend up and go swimming because it is a beautiful day and I happen to have it off today. So we're gonna go do some self-love Sunday by having a nice swim. I'll see everybody next time, hopefully tomorrow if I feel like making a video. It's just weird because usually I make videos when the house is empty, and so he's been home like every day this week, so it makes me awkward and I don't feel like talking to myself because he's there and it makes it weird, I guess. So he's napping now, so I finally forced myself to make a video. Anyhow, I hope everyone is doing well. Next time I will have something better to talk about, I'm sure. But I just wanted to catch everybody up on my little corner of the world. So everybody have a wonderful day, and I will see you all lovely people next time.